Alright y'all, today we're working on this 2007 Chrysler Sebring. The customer complains that the shifter isn't changing on the dash when they move the shifter inside the car. So if we try to shift it into gear, see, put it like in drive, the highlight is still around park. So it's still around park. Let's drive here. So the issue is with the shifter cable itself. On this particular vehicle, the bushing on the shifting cable on both ends is actually broke. What we have to fix that is these bushings from bushingfix.com. Instead of buying a $200 shift cable, we're going to use these bushings that bushingfix.com makes, but $45 total for both of these bushings shipped. And yeah, they got here pretty quick. We're going to start with the removal of this air box. So once we get this air box out the way, we should have plenty of room to get down to that shifting cable and change the bushing. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is get this connector out the way. And next we'll take off this hose that goes to the valve cover. Put it up out the way. And now you gotta take this clamp off. You can use a flathead screwdriver or a 5/16 inch socket. Get that off. Put it up out the way. And there's usually a bolt right here. We ain't got one on this car, but there's two of them down on this side. One right there and one right there. You gotta get those two out to remove this air box. And we can use the same 5/16 inch socket to get it out. It's pretty tricky to get on this back one. What I do, I line the socket up on there, and you gotta give it a little push to get it to fall down in there. Cause I don't know why they ain't designed like an indent in here. It's probably another way to take it off, and I'm probably doing it the difficult way. But once you get on there, you just take it off like the other one. Alright, once you get both of them loose, it should just lift right out. Make sure this clears. It comes right up. So, boom, there we go right there. Problem number one. So this is our shift cable right here, and it's supposed to be on top of this little nub. This is your selector for your transmission. But as you can see, the bushing that's usually in this hole is gone. So with our parts from bushingfix.com, we'll put them in there and get this reattached. Alright, so with our parts, the way you assemble it is you take the side with the slotted ends, not the solid side, but the side with the slotted ends, and you insert it into the little red cup. And it should be seated like this. Alright, so what we do next, we take the cup and our bushing, and we put the long part of the cup, the red part right there, downwards inside of this shifting cable. But once you get it seated all the way down in there, go ahead and pull your red cup off. And you can see our bushing is now seated. So we take that, slot it in, and we put it on top of the little nub, and we give it a good push down to lock it into place. And once you got it on there, you can give it a little tug test. It doesn't come back off. Alright, so now that we got it on there, we need to put our air box back in. And it's just the opposite of taking it out. Alright, once you got your air box back in, just go ahead and take your big holes. And you see these little indents, just line them up with that. Once you get those on, go ahead and plug your plug back in. Take your holes for your valve cover, put it back on the air box, and go ahead and tighten this clamp down. I hear thunder. Please hold the rain, Lord. Alright, so now that's back done. We'll move to the inside of the car. Alright, so our shift cable is gonna be down here, coming to this. So to get to this shifter, first thing we gotta do is remove this piece of trim. You just put your hand up under there, give it a little pull, give it a pull on the sides, and it'll come out. To get that wire out from the clock, there's a little push, plastic push piece right here at the bottom of it. Just push that, you can pull it out. That key is getting in there. And then we got another little plug right here. Let's go ahead and unplug that with a little push that's located on the right of it. Get that out the way. Next, we got to get out this trim piece. So take your screwdriver, start up here, run it down. And when you get down here, give it a little pop. And we got to move this shifter. So pull your parking brake. Put your key in, turn it to on, hit the brake, shift it out your way. We got that part, so now the top, just pull at the top like that on both sides. And now that's out the way. So go ahead and put your shifter back in park. Let's turn this off. And what we're looking for is this cable right here that's going down to the shifter. Not this one on the side, but this one right here in the middle. So in order to get that out, there's a little tab that you have to push right here on the back right side. A little tab right there at the top right. Push that back and pull the cable up. And mine is not connected to the shifter, so we should be able to just pull it out. And boom, we got it out. So the shifter for this Sebring is the same on both ends of the cable, so that's why I ordered 2 of those bushings, and we put this one in the same way we did the one under the hood. We already got our bushing inside the cup, so let's stick the cup through. Give it a little force to get it in there, and we'll pull this off. Might need those pliers again. It's pretty tough. But yeah, so now our bushing, just like under the hood, is seated. So for this, I'm not gonna really be able to show putting it on under there. I just got a feel, which is what you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna take your hand, if it's a little plastic flap, go under that flap and feel for the nub. It's real easy to find. I found it already. But just take this cable and push the teeth side onto the nub. Alright, once you get it on there, and the way I got it on there, that made it a little easier. Went ahead and clipped that black piece back in on the shifter itself. And then I took my hand, because basically the cable just fell right into place, right by the little nub. And it took me with both hands, but I took both hands and pushed the slotted in on, and I heard a little click. Once I heard the click, you can go ahead and give it a little test pull to make sure it's not coming off, and that's sturdy. So now we go ahead and put this stuff back together and test it out. So putting it back together is the opposite of taking it apart. Go ahead and take your key. Our e-brake is still on. Take your key, hit your brake, pull it down into gear. I just felt it move already. You got it put in the drive. Go ahead and take your console, your HVAC controls, and put them back in place. Everything just clicks back into place. So that's easy. So we take our vent, and we'll go ahead and put this bottom connector back in. Remember, the little push part was on my right. Click it back in. You can tell it's working. And then we take our little clock plug, plug it back in, and line all this back up. It's just lined up. Give it a push at the top and the bottom, and them emergency flashes left coming on. So once we got all that back in, we can put it back in the park. Turn our car off. You can go and put our e-brake down. And let's test it out. Alright, so still in park on there, shifting into reverse. That's reverse, that's neutral, that's drive. Got it in reverse, and we're backing up. Got it in the drive, and we're moving forward. Moving forward. Who slogan that is? I can't remember. Anyway, that's how you switch out the bushings on your shifting cable inside your Chrysler Sebring 2007. This is an automatic. Alright, y'all, so that's all we got for today. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, peace.